What is going on at Liverpool Football Club? A gigantic team in disarray. Liverpool's season is going from bad to worse as they lose 3-0 to Wolves yesterday. It's just ridiculous. Who could have predicted this? I'll read out you Liverpool's results from 2023. So, Brentford 3-1 loss, 2-2 draw with Wolves in the Cup, 3-0 loss to Brighton, 1-0 win against Wolves in the reverse leg of the Cup, 0-0 draw to Chelsea, then a 3-0 loss to Wolves. It's just ridiculous. Liverpool are a team who will look like they're going to finish nowhere near top 4. They look like a team who are going to finish mid-table. What is going on? Why are they playing so bad? And are they going to get their form back together? Let's start with the main problem, which I think is Liverpool's midfield. Liverpool's midfield is slow and aging. You've got Henderson, Thiago, who I'll admit, Thiago, I'll leave him out because he's been amazing this season. You know, if it wasn't for Thiago, Liverpool's midfield would literally be championship level. Henderson, Fabinho, Milner, they're just players who are not to the standard of a team who wants to be competing for the Champions League and Premier League. It's just ridiculous. The only one who's been alright is Bajcetic and, as I said, Thiago. I mean, an FSG have not backed Liverpool in the transfer market. They've needed a midfielder since last summer, since the summer before, since Wijnaldum left. The funny thing is, since Wijnaldum left, he's been to PSG. PSG have lost him, and PSG have replaced him before Liverpool have replaced him. It's just ridiculous, and I think that's the main problem, is the fact that Liverpool's midfield is nowhere near the quality of a top 4 midfield, never mind a Champions League midfield. So it's just a problem that needs to be sorted, and the reason we have this problem is because FSG simply will not back Liverpool in the market. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Jurgen Klopp walks, because Jurgen Klopp, he needs backing. You know, he's a top level manager, and people are starting to call him out, saying that it's his fault, his tactics, when in reality I think that it's the midfield that's the problem. And if he's not getting backed in the transfer market, and next season Liverpool don't have any midfielders like they don't have now, Liverpool are just going to get worse and worse, and they won't finish in the top 4 next season either. I mean, it's just ridiculous. If we're having a fair argument, we need to include Klopp in the argument. I don't think Klopp's the problem, but it's an argument that we need to talk about. And to be fair, I don't understand why Klopp is playing Gakpo and Núñez out of position. Fair enough, Núñez can do a decent job on the left wing, but Cody Gakpo can simply not play it up front. He just looks awful. I mean, all the Liverpool fans were so excited after we snatched him out of under Man United's nose, but since he's played, he's just been awful. You know, he's 006 right now. He's one away from being that Sancho level 007. Zero goals, 0 assists, 6 games. I mean, just play Gakpo on the left, Núñez up front. You could argue that Núñez is better on the left, but I don't even think that's true. I think Núñez is just as dangerous up front. So I just don't understand why Gakpo is consistently being played up front when he clearly cannot play there. He just looks underperforming. He looks sluggish. He just looks like he hasn't acclimatised. He just doesn't look right at all. So Klopp does need to take a bit of blame for that, because why is he being so insistent of playing the system that way? To be fair, Liverpool's attacking options are limited right now. Salah, Gakpo and Núñez are the only ones that we've got right now, because we've got Diaz, Firmino and Jota all out. But I just think that he's seen that it's not worked. He's seen that Gakpo cannot play up front. Yeah, he just consistently plays him there when he just simply it's not his position. It's just not. Another thing we need to consider is the injuries. To be fair to Liverpool have got many key players out. Firmino, who was on fire the first half of the season. Diaz, who's so dangerous, or Jota, who's so clinical, and obviously Van Dijk, who's just been the talisman of this Liverpool super team for the past few years. And I think it's fair to say that when all those 4 players come fit, Liverpool are a completely different team. Van Dijk in the defence, even though he's not been amazing this season, you know, he's got that about him. You know, his defensive qualities, they cannot be doubted, even if they haven't been up to his amazing standard this year. He's a quality defender. And then let's get into the attackers. Diaz, I think that before he got injured, Diaz, aside from Firmino, was one of our most dangerous attackers. And you know, then we mentioned Firmino, he was amazing, scoring goal after goal after goal. Then you got Diogo Jota, who did have a slow start to the season, but we all know the quality that he is. And I just think that when those 3 players come back, and Van Dijk as well, that Liverpool are a completely different team and are a lot more dangerous. And I think that it gives Liverpool a bit of creativity, a bit of difference, because right now Liverpool are so one-dimensional. If you bring in Firmino, who offers you something different, who can drop deep into the midfield, then you've got Diaz, who's just a direct winger, runs at you. Then you've got Jota, who's just a clinical forward, similar to Firmino, but you know, he's got other aspects to his game. I think Liverpool go to transcend to a new level. So hopefully that when those 4 players come back, Liverpool are a changed team. As for whether Liverpool will turn it round, I'm just not sure. I'm not sure. I would have said before yesterday, I would have said I would have had hope, but just seeing how he played yesterday, it was just awful. I mean, look at that third goal for Wolves. They just literally run straight through our defence. It's just non-existent. It's just nowhere to be seen. But on the other hand, I think that Liverpool could have a very good season, but not in the Premier League. I think the Champions League is just completely different. I mean, Liverpool have looked like the old stuff in the Champions League this season. You know, they were winning. Apart from that first loss to Napoli, after that they were just quality. And I think that I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool beat Real Madrid in the Champions League. Many people are saying that, you know, it's over and Liverpool got no chance of beating Real, but I just think it's completely different. Liverpool have European prestige. They know how to play in that Champions League. You know, they've got to like 3 of the last 5 Champions League finals. You know, that's just a ridiculous statistic. And I think that Liverpool are very firm contenders to win the Champions League. And I think with those 4 players in coming back into the squad, Van Dijk, Diaz, Jota, Firmino, I think that when they are back, then Liverpool are such a dangerous team, and no team in Europe is going to want to play them. And I would tip them as the outside favourites to win the Champions League. As for the Premier League, do I think top 4's gone? No. Not at all. If Liverpool can kick into third gear and kick into how they usually play, how they were playing in the second half of last season, then I have no doubt in my mind that the teams above them will drop points and Liverpool can make it up. It's just whether they get there. And look at how they're playing right now with the midfield they have right now. It's looking like they will never be playing like that in any time soon. But like I said, if they do, then I will 100% back Liverpool to get it to the top 4. So we're going to see in the next 4 games. I think Liverpool's next 10 games, I'll throw them up now. Liverpool's next 10 games are ridiculous. They're ridiculously hard games. People are predicting Liverpool to get 2 points out of the next 10. It's just ridiculous. But I think these next 5 games, we're going to see whether Liverpool have it in them to, you know, regain their confidence. And we're going to see if they really are a big team. Because that's what big teams do. Big teams, they have bad patches, but they come back from them. With Firmino's back in training, and so is Van Dijk, and Jota and Diaz, according to Klopp, are not too far from coming away. So with these players coming back, if Liverpool can get a bounce and have some good fixtures and get in the next 5 games and have a good run, then I have no doubt that Liverpool will finish in the top 4 as long as they play to that standard. Because I have no doubt that Man United are going to drop points, Newcastle are going to drop points, Tottenham are going to drop points, and I just think that Liverpool can easily regain these points as long as they just kick into third gear and start playing the football that they usually do soon. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think is Liverpool's reason that they're so underperforming and they're so bad this season? And let me know if you think there's any chance that Liverpool can A, win the Champions League, and B, get the top 4. That's all from me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed.